How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. This is going to be episode number 28 of this series now, and if you have been enjoying this series so far, make sure you show your support by leaving a like on the video. On the last episode, we managed to really just smash it, to be honest, and if we can do the same on this episode, that would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we got through a lot of the January transfer window, and in this episode, we're looking to finish off the window. Hopefully make a couple of signings before deadline day. And the chances are we probably will play all the way up to this Blackpool game, but we'll have to wait and see how far we do get in this episode. There's a lot of players that have been suggested in the last episode. Unfortunately, I can't go in for everyone's suggestions because there's literally way too many suggestions, but I want to thank everyone for making their suggestions. A lot of the players that have been suggested are on high wages, surprisingly enough. Players like Ryan Kent and Rene Adelaide, they're on quite high wages, so sadly in this transfer window at least we won't be able to sign them. Obviously we're trying to go in for Zucchini, but someone suggested in the last episode that I should try and go in for Jordan Graham. The only issue with Jordan Graham is that, well, maybe last season he would have been a good signing, but this season we've improved the squad a lot. Would he really be a player that would improve the squad? I'm not really too sure. Someone also suggested that I should go in for the free agents, take a little look and see if there's anyone that's half decent. I've seen this guy here, Juan Grazzini, he could be quite good. And with Danny Bullman getting on a little bit, I'm trying to sell him in this window. He's 38 now. This guy could be a very, very good squad player. Probably won't get any games, but it's just nice to have a player there just in case. I have to admit, there's not really that many good free agent players this year compared to last year and previous FIFAs. There used to be a whole load of them that you could pick up, but unfortunately this year especially, it's just not as good. With Callum Kennedy looking like he will leave the club, I do want to get a replacement for him sooner rather than later. He may actually leave on a pre-contract deal. I'm going to try and go in for Rico Henry. As we are a bit low on funds though, I could try and get a bit of money off the board. I'm going to go in and try and get 500,000 off of them. See what they have to say about that, because every time I have requested funds, they've usually given it to me. They've actually gone ahead and offered us £139,999. They seem to conjure up money somehow every single time I request funds, so there you have it, we'll just accept that. I guess the only thing it means now is that we can up the bid for Rafik Zucchini. We'll go ahead and offer 350,000 plus Barkham, or maybe we should offer 400,000 considering he's only on 1k wages. We'll go ahead and do that and see if it's accepted. Maybe it's just worth instead going for pre-contract players. Harry Navillo could be a very good player, French left winger, and he does have 4-star skills as well. It's probably going to be better value for money if you put it that way. We're going to be getting players that are a lot higher in overall, but we're getting them for free, so that's the main incentive really for this. Michael O'Halloran is another player that we could sign. He's a rapid winger, and we could get him on a pre-contract deal. He's on 10 grand a week though, but again, player negotiation, he's not going to accept it, because if you offer him a lower wage, there's no way they ever accept it. We have another game here though. It's going to be against Peterborough, and I'm going to go ahead and sim this match. I always sim one match in each episode, and I'm just so eager to get through the transfer window, make a few more signings. So hopefully we can get a good result in this game. I actually haven't changed the team whatsoever from the last game, and we end up getting a 1-1 draw. It's going to be Francoum getting a goal and then going down with an injury. That's just the beauty of simmed matches, isn't it? You're always going to have something random happen, and we'll have a little look down here. Francoum's going to be out for 4 months. 4 months. That is a massive blow. Anterior cruciate ligament. That is awful. We're going to be going ahead and training Sears, Pacini, Tunga, and also Grimes. We'll have to wait and see if we get any growth from this one. And we end up seeing Sears going up to a 67 overall. He's catching up very, very quickly to Roy Silva and could even overtake him as the first choice goalkeeper very soon. And for Zucchini, it's very unlikely we're going to sign this guy either. I think it's just going to have to go down to pre-contract signings. I would have liked to have signed this guy, but maybe in the future we can do that. And we're going to see here that we have our first pre-contract offer accepted. It is going to be from Harry Navillo of Melbourne City. For the time being, I am going to stall this one, and then once we've got all the pre-contract offers accepted, I will be able to decide which one we do want to bring in for next season. So Kewis thinks that he's a top player at his current club, and this move doesn't suit him. That is just absolutely ridiculous. That's just a subtle way of saying, I want more money a week. And now we have the next game here coming up against Colchester. So we are going to play this game. It is away from home. And in this game, we're having to deal with quite a few issues. Obviously, we had 2 players suspended in the last game. We have fitness issues. And on top of that, we also had Francoum going out with an injury for 4 months. Luckily, we do have good squad depth. So hopefully that will serve us well in this game. Now they have a free kick 10 minutes in. And they're going to whip this one into the middle, I think. It's a good delivery, actually. And a good header. And Sordell just directs it wide of the post. In comes the corner. It's going to be Grimes taking this one. It's a decent delivery. And he's found Pox there. Oh, my God.
It's time to stop.
How on earth did Pox get on the end of that one? I didn't even think it was directed at him. But in the end, he directs his header into the back of the net. And is the goal invisible there? I don't even know what happened there. That was really weird. But what a powerful header. And it goes into the... Yeah, what is that? The goal's invisible. Okay. So we've just scored an invisible goal that doesn't even... I don't even know. I've never seen that before. I'm really confused at the moment. Really? Did that just happen? Sordell better not equalise, and he doesn't. But that could have been 1-1 right there. I don't even know what happened. And Sordell really should have scored from that angle. Now inside, Kennedy to Billy King. He's going to try and find the pass again to Baxendale. He's going to go for a shot. And he's fallen to Armstrong, who does put it into the back of the net to make it 2-0. And that's just our lethality once again in front of goal. We're always going to score those sort of chances. It rebounds nicely to Armstrong, and he's always going to score from there. Wow, that is a ball of dreams. That really is incredible. And the finish just there has really put Colchester with a really good chance to get back into the game now. Now Grimes will wait for the run. And it's here to Hansen. Can he get his first goal? Yes, he can. And Hansen makes it 3-1 off the bench. I bought him on for Bree because Bree was a bit tired. And look at this overlapping run. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And he seems to be turning into a really nice attacking fullback, getting a really good finish to his name there. And there we have it. We end up getting a 3-1 result from that game, and we end up getting good revenge on Colchester after they knocked us out of the J-Paint trophy. 2 defenders getting on the score sheet in this game, Tom Parks and Hansen scoring. Tom Parks with the ghost goal, which that just baffled me. That really did. I don't even know what happened. The goal just disappeared on the replays, and I just don't even know. I have no words to explain that. So now we're going to be going into transfer deadline day. Whether we can make any more signings, that still remains to be seen though. I think it's fair to say that I've exhausted a lot of transfer attempts to try and get some other players, but the only real pre-contract offer that's been accepted, and I would be willing to accept for a player, is Harry Navillo. I'm still going to wait a little bit longer just in case we get a transfer offer for any player though. 6 hours remaining. Again, we've got 2 more emails in our inbox. And we see there that, yep, okay, so again, transfer offers have been made for other players that are on my shortlist. We have 4 hours remaining. It's unlikely that we're going to be selling any other players, so I'm just going to go ahead and accept this deal for Harry Navillo. It's still going to be a good signing in my opinion, and we are going to go ahead and welcome him to the club. I genuinely don't think we can go in for any more players until we sell some, like I did say earlier. We've got 3 hours remaining, and we have a contract offer decline from QAS, but I don't think it matters anymore. We're not going to be signing him because, of course, we signed Navillo instead. So we managed to make 2 class pre-contract signings. We didn't spend any money. We didn't sell any players, unfortunately, like I would have liked to. Sadly, we were only able to make 2 pre-contract signings. Could have made a couple more, in my opinion. But unfortunately, some of the targets I was going in for, they ended up renewing their contracts at some point in this career mode. We're also going to be having a quick squad report of this month, taking a little look at the players that have grown. Tom Parks is now up to a 68 overall, which is very good to see. Obviously, he is our captain. Adam Armstrong is now up to a 71 overall. Obviously, he's been in fantastic form, 18 goals in 34 games. Barkham is sadly starting to decline. I thought it would be wise to replace him in this transfer window. We did do that with Harry Navillo. And maybe, well, come the summer transfer window, we will sell on Andy Barkham. Hansen is also up by +4. Obviously, he scored in the last game. And he's actually scored 2 goals in 10 appearances. Pretty good for a right back. I've never really seen fitness issues on this scale before. But you can see here in the squad, we've really well, exhausted a lot of our players. You can see there, I think this game was a day after the previous game that we had, and you look at all the players in the reserves, just so many tired players. Even on the bench, I've had to fill them with really tired players. Even though we've got a lot of changes in the squad, I'm still hopeful that we can get a win in this game, and we'll skip. And we end up getting a 2-2 draw, but we win 5-4 on penalties. That is very lucky. Right, guys, so this is going to be the end of this episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And if you have enjoyed this episode of this career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, in this episode, we're now out of the transfer window for the time being until the summer window. We made a couple of good signings, and now our full focus goes back onto the league. So make sure to come back for the next episode. We're going to have some cracking games, I reckon. And it's going to be very interesting to see how we do. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.